Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Monchkinz Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Monchkinz logging in to bring you another episode of Adventurous Chatlog. And this week we've got a big, kind of big episode, what our hopes are for 4.1. And this week I got Deli again to come and join me. Welcome to the show once again, Deli. Thank you for coming.
Hey.
Okay, so this week's topic is basically for patch 4.1, what our hopes are. I guess, what are your biggest hopes for 4.1?
Good question. I would say Summoner and Machinist buffs again. Second time.
Man, they get buffs every patch.
Yeah, but this time actually make them decent.
I mean, what's the biggest problem right now with Summoner? I mean, you played Summoner for a little bit, right? You tried to level
only
it.
A little bit, but it just doesn't really have anything for it.
Is it a DPS issue?
Not really. They do okay. But Embolden from Red Mage does more. And they also have Raise. And they do slightly less DPS, but it's not as big of a deal. But yeah, Embolden makes their DPS higher, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, they just don't really have anything unique. Because
I guess for Black
Red
Mage
can Raise, and Red Mage has Embolden. Yeah.
So Black Mage sort of brings a lot, the biggest DPS out of the three, I presume.
Yeah.
And Red Mage brings more utility, whereas Summoner is sort of stuck in between of, do I have utility or DPS?
Yeah, I suppose it's like that, because they just don't have anything. They're about equal. Oh, if you factor in Embolden, they're probably about equal with Summoner. I mean, yeah, maybe Summoner does a little bit more. Actually, no, that's stupid. Embolden does way more. I'm sorry.
I think Embolden does a lot more. And with the Machinist, I know there's a lot of issues, but I think the main issue with the Machinist is more so not the DPS, but the way the new, obviously, mechanic for the job works.
Oh, heat gauge.
Yeah. I hear more complaints of heat gauge rather than the actual DPS. Is that right?
I haven't really played it in Storm Squad, but that's what I've heard as well.
Yeah.
And also, I would say the utility as well, because I brings way more to the table.
It's just those songs with all the crits up, right? Basically, it's infinite crit up for everyone.
Yeah, and they've got like magic defense and
magic defense, physical defense, and the HP. Yeah.
And what does Machinist have? They've got like dismantle and hypercharge, which is kind of shit now. So it's like.
I never really played Machinist, so I'm not gonna say anything about that job.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of job change, my things is, as always, it's gonna be about the monk. We need to change some of that shit. But
yeah, I don't know how to feel about monk, but
I mean, honestly speaking, samurai is just easier to play, and you get a lot more out of samurai. I mean, Brotherhood is good if you got a physical, team, but we've been pugging this basically, so chances are there's probably one bard, in the tanks, and sometimes you're the only melee, so basically you got 3 other people who have a chance to give you freaking deep meditation. So give you that extra chakra,
Yeah.
and they're the only ones getting 5% damage up. 5%. It's not a lot. Ninja brings a lot more to the table, have about the same DPS, I presume. I mean, I played Ninja as well, just got it to 70, and honestly, it's a lot easier to pull off trick attack now, especially with introduction of True North. It's like
Yeah.
even your stacking, you can just pretty much use trick attack with True North. You basically can sort of not use True North with all the positionals because basically all of them is at the end of your rotation. So it's easier to do that rather than keep moving back and forth. So um, yeah, I think Ninja still, even though I feel Ninja has, I wouldn't say lose or lost its utility because the other melee sort of gained more in the process of Stormblood, but Ninja's utility basically right now is just Trick Attack, but it's still great. Trick Attack is great. Samurai brings a lot more DPS, easier to play, easier to recover too. If you die, there's still a chance you're gonna be top DPS, unless of course there's a black mage that knows what they're doing.
Like me.
Yeah, I mean, like we did O2S yesterday or day before. It wasn't day before because we couldn't get in.
Yeah, we can get into that.
But the time we did O2S and I was a samurai, I fucked up so much, but I'm still 4K DPS. You can't do that with a monk. You can't. You can't mess up. If you mess up, it's like 100 DPS down, and then 200, and then if you die, it's like 400 DPS down. Whereas it's a lot easier to recover when you're samurai because what was their skill? Shinsui, Misui, or something like that.
Do you mean the OGCD one?
Yeah. So
Shinten.
so basically, you can recover getting your combos back up, your buffs back up, whatever the case may be. It's just a lot faster to recover as a samurai. So I think they need. I know they keep saying wait for the raid, wait for the raid. We've seen the raid, and honestly, it's a lot easier to play samurai. It's just my opinion. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
less stressed, but doing good DPS, like good enough for like at my best peak monk when we did O2S. I want my highest DPS was 4K, I think it was. But with samurai, I'm doing that with a lot of, you know, fuck ups. So I think there needs to be a little bit of change there. Um, as for the other jobs, I think Bard is okay. I don't think I'll want to change anything with Bard. It's already like the best utility that you can bring in the raid situation.
Yeah. Machinist needs to get brought up to be on par with Bard, not the other way around. They don't need to nerf Bard because Bard's fine as it is.
Yeah, and especially with the last update where they got the 30-second straight shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so it's more fluid than it was. There's still a little bit of, managing with your skill, especially because you want to get out of army's peon as soon as you can. But
Yeah.
in saying that, it's still not that bad. What else did we miss? Warrior? Anything to change in Warrior? You play Warrior?
Warrior. Not really. I think Warrior's fine right now.
Mm.
Shake it off. I think they said they were going to change Shake It
Oh
Off
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah. They
3.1.
did. They
I mean
did.
4.1, sorry.
Yeah, they did. They said they'll change that to
So-
something we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to change it.
What does it do exactly at the moment? I don't
Oh,
play.
it pretty much removes all debuffs on you. Well,
Um,
most debuffs. So like, I know you can remove Doom with it. Certain Dooms, you can remove stuns, sleeps, etc.
mm,
But the thing is, what's that other ability? The red eyes thing.
Red
What's the name
eyes.
of it?
Is it a debuff?
Oh no, it's their buff. Let's see. Inner release, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
Inner release always, almost kind of does the same thing. It nullifies stun, sleep, bind, heavy knockback, etc.
Right.
So Shake It Off has pretty situational use.
Mm.
So what I'd like to see Shake It Off do is provide some sort of party utility like Black Knight or what's the other one? Intervention from Paladin.
Intervention?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It needs to do something. It shouldn't be as strong as those though, because I think Warrior has really good personal mitigation.
Mm.
So that's
Yeah, I think that's that's not actually a bad idea because Warrior doesn't actually help the main tank if they're off tanking, right? It's, unless with the
personal.
yes, yeah. So
They're selfish, they're like the selfish DPS class, except for they're a tank. They're the selfish tank. But yeah, I think they should get something because Shake It Off as it is pretty whatever.
yeah.
And that would make everything more.
Now, in saying that, I tanked O2S for the first time yesterday, because we just couldn't get into O2S. Paladin. Honestly, I want less skill on Paladin. It's just a lot of skills, not enough space in your hotbar.
Yeah, that was actually a thing I noticed as well, even just during leveling, because they didn't get much cut from them.
Yeah.
Or rolled into... Because you know how some classes got certain abilities rolled into other abilities? Paladin didn't really get that.
Yeah, I thought that they were gonna lose quite a few there. But turns out they're it's just a cluster mess in my hotbar. And then there's the switch. Obviously, if you're raiding, you want to bring some other skills, and you know, I was gonna bring Shirk yesterday, but I decided not to, because
Shirk's actually really good, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it because I thought I'm gonna need it because you know, I'm not sure how to tank O2S. It was like the very first time, and then we did it in one go. I was gonna take it, but decided not to because I don't know the cooldown rotations for the actual fight, so I sort of brought anticipation instead and convalescence just in case I mess up, and you know, pretty much will kill the entire freaking raid. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Paladin. I think there needs to be some changes in terms of the amount of skills that they have. Maybe consolidate one or two into one.
Yeah, something like, well, Divine Veil, that's a good ability, but I feel like it could be rolled into something else, because it's just something you just press it every 2 minutes, pretty much.
Yeah, and honestly, yesterday I think I probably used it once, and I keep forgetting about it because it's just not enough.
I mean, it is useful, but it's just another button that could really be put somewhere else.
Yeah, I think I use it in one of the gravitational stuff, you know, the raid-wide AoE damage.
Oh, grav waves, yeah.
Yeah, and I did reprisals on them from time to time as well. I mean, I keep forgetting all the freaking things, but
yeah.
Otherwise it was yeah, I think there needs to be some sort of, I can't think of anything to change right now. I mean, consolidate the skills.
Shield bash could probably get removed, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
Shield swap could just be removed as well, but they could add the effect to something else, or like add the extra DPS somewhere else.
Or just shield bash with the shield swipe, put them all together, just give a 1 second stun on the swipe.
Yeah, something like that. That would work. Tempered Will could probably just get removed because it's crap, really. I mean, it was okay in A Realm Reborn. I remember I used it a few times, and
yeah, with freaking dive bombs.
Yeah, dive bombs. I can't remember. There was something else. Oh, I think it was Titan's bullshit. I think you could, yeah. Was it Titan bullshit? Yeah, it was. You could ignore some of that stuff.
What was that? The
Some of Titan's knockbacks or whatever, you could just ignore them.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Or tempered will can be just put together with something else, like
Divine Veil, maybe. Just add them, make
I
them
was
one skill.
actually thinking bulwark because you're blocking, you're blocking, so
True,
you
yeah.
shouldn't be pushed back and you're blocking too much. Yeah, but yeah, I think they need to consolidate some of the skills.
Yeah, they do,
Um,
because it's just too much for Paladin.
yeah, I was hoping Shika would be here to talk about the healing stuff, but you're leveling Scholar right now.
Yeah.
Anything you want to see change?
Um, Mana. Mana is an issue on Scholar for me right now.
Hmm. Oh yeah, you
Extended
did mention
fights.
that. A
Yeah,
lot of Adlo takes a lot of your MP with
yeah.
very
And
little return.
Sakura as well.
Mm.
Um, they're not very efficient mana-wise. Spamming Physique is better than Adlo. It's,
Can't believe
and
I'm hearing that.
yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. The only time I think Adlo is actually even kind of worth it is if it crits
Yeah,
because of the double
double
shield or whatever
shields.
it is.
Yeah.
But like you can't force it to crit. So if you use it and it doesn't crit, then you just fucking dumped all your mana for no reason.
Uh,
um, what else? Maybe Broil could have slight MP reduction or something like that because in fights that last too long, if you're DPSing, your mana just goes down the drain. So
even with what's that skill that they can gain their
Lucid
MP?
Dreamer.
Yeah, and there's another one, right, for ether
Yeah,
energy drain. Energy drain. That's it.
and yeah, energy drain and the ether flow actual cooldown itself. Um, they still don't really help that much
Mm.
because ether flow got nerfed. I think it was 20% in Heavenswood and The Realm Reborn, and now it's 10%.
I didn't know they actually decreased the amount of MP you can get.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think energy drain
leveling.
did the same thing.
Yeah, I'm leveling White Mage at the moment, and I haven't had any issues yet because I'm only 54.
Yeah.
But I heard a lot of bad things about lilies. Um, I don't know what it was before, but at the moment, as long as you have lilies, you have faster like casting times, and basically you use lilies to use other skills now. I think.
Yeah,
Asylum, I think. Was it Asylum? Yeah.
no, it reduces the cooldown of our size, I think, as well.
Uh,
The off-label AoE heal, and it also does damage.
yeah, I don't think I'm up to there yet. I literally just did the 54 quest earlier, and we got Stone 3, so I
Yeah.
can't really say much about that. But otherwise, I think we've covered mostly anything. Dark Knight, nothing. I haven't played Dark Knight. You played Dark Knight. I think they're in a good position right now.
Yeah, there's nothing really wrong with them as
Yeah.
far as I can see. So I wouldn't
After
really
they
change.
change, what's that skill? They got a
Which
little
one?
buff before. You mentioned it
Um,
earlier. Was it Bloods? No.
oh, yeah, that was in 4 point. The first, the first patch they did, I think. The
Mm.
first like mini patch thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Bloodspiller
Yeah,
and
Bloods.
a couple of others. Oh, Lifestealer, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a bit of a DPS buff, and Paladin got a bit of a nerf. So they get Paladin and Dark Knight are pretty equal now,
Yeah, yeah.
and they both have party utility with Black Knight and intervention.
Yeah, yeah. So I think they're in good position, much the same as a Paladin. Warrior, yeah, the Shake It Off will put it up to there as well. So not
Yeah,
too worried
Warriors
about that.
still have good DPS, and they've got good personal mitigation. So it kind of makes up for their lack of party utility,
Yeah.
but they could still use it, I think. So
Mm. All right, let's move on out of job changes and what your expectations are for the 24-man raid.
um, not much. They're usually pretty.
Honestly, most people have, not not really big expectations with 24-man raid because most of the mechanics are sort of dumbed down, isn't it?
Yeah, they're tuned down to like
I think
be
the
easy. Yeah.
yeah, I think the best 24-man raids that we had were Crystal Tower.
Really?
I feel the very first Crystal Tower had uh like you know little bits here and there where you sort of scratched your head. Probably the first. No, I might be thinking something else. But I felt that having two tanks there, um, sort of helped with the other, what do you call it? The mechanics around, like the tanks. One of the other tanks, like the 5 off tanks, pretty much will have to be in one place, and they need to be there, or else shit happens. They have
Oh
to make
yeah.
sure, like the fight with the behemoth. Basically, if the towers aren't, used or something, then you're pretty
Yeah.
much dead.
If you don't interact with them, you die
Yeah,
basically.
and if a DPS tries to do that, it actually hits quite hard back then, but not obviously not now. But back then it was, um, hits pretty hard, so you can't ask a DPS to stay in the tower. So I felt like that was uh, kind of a balance. And then of course the sort of a Thomas, was it? Where
Oh yeah.
some
This
DPS
standalone
will have to
stuff.
stand on the platform, and then yeah, I felt that was um, kind of good. And I can't think of was it the next Crystal Tower dungeon where um I'm trying to remember what the boss looked like. I think it was a three-headed wolf or something. Is it a three-headed wolf?
Oh, you mean yeah, that was the first boss of the second part of it.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good as well. There was a lot of mechanics involved in that one.
Yeah, the fire and the ice and the lightning.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, actually that one was pretty cool. Because
Yeah.
you actually had to have people coordinate to get to
Yeah, and that was three
defreeze the
tanks
ice
too.
people and stuff.
I think that's where they started three tanks, right? Because there was just so much longer wait for like 6 tanks.
Yeah, I think that was when they
The first time
changed it.
this, yeah, the first, and I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I just want mechanics, other than DPS, because the DPS is gonna be there whether someone's really shit or not. You know, you're
Yeah.
gonna make it.
Well,
And there's
most
no
of them.
enrage or anything as well. At least I haven't seen an enrage at all. It just keeps
Yeah, I can't
repeating.
recall any.
Yeah, just keep repeating and repeating. So it's not about the HP or anything. I think it's gonna be. I would like the 24-man raid to be mechanic heavy.
Hmm.
I know it's gonna be like really hard, especially with working with what 23 other random
23 other
people if
people.
you're alone.
Yeah.
But I think they need something like a very challenging 24-man raid where people will actually try.
Well, to be fair, what was the other one they did in Heavenswood? Mikachi or whatever the fuck. I can't pronounce it.
Which
The
one was that?
second, the Makach. How the fuck do you pronounce
Makati?
that?
Makati? Makati? Something?
Makach. I'll just call it Makach. It was the second. I think it was the second one of that with fucking Ozma, the big bowl thing,
Oh yeah.
and all that. That one was pretty challenging for like the general player base, I suppose.
Yeah. The Ozma fight was pretty cool because there's mechanics where you have to stop, don't move. There's things where the tanks will have to go in one location, make sure they absorb the damage. Stuff like that are pretty cool.
Yeah, and like if you didn't do it properly, you just basically died.
Yeah.
It was just a wipe because like those meteors. If
Mm,
those meteors killed one group, you were pretty much fucked.
yeah. So that's what I feel 24-man raid should be, and hopefully That's what they'll do. I mean, like I said, DPS, whatever, man. There's no enrage. I don't think there's going to be any enrage. But if they did bring enrage, that will be more challenging.
I wouldn't mind an enrage, but I think that would be a bit too hard for like the general player base. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
the
supposed to be
24
for
men.
casual.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other thing is rewards. I know we're gonna get another maybe 330. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
it'll probably be
330,
330.
330 gear. And are you expecting another system like Mac, the cat matter or whatever we want to call it, where it drops like coins, to exchange?
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that'll probably be it.
Yeah.
I
And
figure it will because they wouldn't change it. But
I'm guessing there's going to be the glaze will drop first off.
oh yeah, they did something like that in the old ones, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the glaze will drop first, and then after the next patch, I think they'll drop
Twines probably
twines.
or whatever they were.
Yeah, whatever the new one is at the moment. We haven't
I can't
seen
remember.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be like that, or the dip for the upgrade weapon. That's something.
Yeah.
I don't think it will drop there, but I think they mainly do armors, right? I think
Yeah,
they
I think
do.
it was
They
like
do.
the glaze and then
The armor,
the
twines.
armor, and then I think they might have done the weapon upgrade at some point. They might have been hunts. I can't remember.
Actually, they might have added it with using the currency that you get from the drops every week.
Yeah, I can't recall how that
Or,
worked.
yeah. But yeah, I feel there should be something else apart from that, just the gear. I don't know. It's getting to the point where actually you don't really need that 330 gear.
Yeah, maybe they should add some cosmetic shit. I don't know,
Oh,
like a mount or something.
Oh
to
yeah,
work
a
towards,
mount
I
would
guess.
be nice. But they always add something for housing in there, at the end.
Oh,
Like,
who cares
the-
about that though? Stupid housing items. I always hate getting those for like quests and stuff. It's like, really, I don't care about that. Maybe we have a house.
Maybe when we have a house. Yeah, so next up is something that's not super confirmed. This Super Savage.
Oh yeah.
We've briefly spoke about this in the very first episode, about Super Savage. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but any other expectations with Super Savage? Like drops, what drops are you expecting, and do you think it'll be cosmetic and stuff like that?
I'm hoping they're cosmetic because I don't think Super Savage should be like a progression type thing. It should just be like you want a challenge, well, here's a challenge.
Yeah,
And maybe you get like a cosmetic item, like a title, just something
I
to
agree. I
say that you
completely
did
agree.
it, basically.
Yeah, completely agree on that end. If you want a challenge, then go ahead. Here it is. You've beaten O4S. Just might as well try it and see what you're made of or something like that.
Yeah, this should be about the challenge. It shouldn't be about items and stupid shit like that for Super Savage anyway, because that's kind of the whole point with Super Savage was the challenge.
Yeah.
People go, oh, O4S is too easy. We want a challenge. Well, here's your challenge.
Yeah. And finally, do you have any other things you're hoping for in 4.1 apart from job changes, the raid?
Can it be realistic or not realistic?
It can be unrealistic.
I want Super Savage Bismarck.
Ooh, Super
Yeah.
Savage Bismarck.
Yeah, I got that in Trial Relay a couple of days ago, and I thought, this is a pretty cool concept, but the fight itself is pretty lackluster. Even the EX version was lackluster. I remember doing that like the first week of
Yeah.
Heavenswood, and I think we killed it in 2 shots. and that was with some randoms. So
I feel like they made a mistake with Bismarck anyway to begin with because um, pretty much he just did it once because there was no point. That was
yeah,
the biggest mistake they did. That's why a lot of people don't visit the fight more and enjoy the fight more because they were like, oh yeah, I'm done. Going to Ravana now.
yeah. He didn't really have much to do. What did he even drop? I think it was. Oh yeah, he dropped a weapon, but it was like
Yeah, it was
not very
pretty
good.
crap. And
Yeah.
it was a token system as well, so there's a
Yeah, so
token.
there's no point to just keep doing it because you just go to Ravana and get the 220 or 210. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. So there was like little to no point in doing it.
Yeah, it was just kind of a stepping stone, I suppose, from straight like fresh 60.
um, for me, I don't think I have any other. I guess if there's anything, I would like to have something else apart from the normal things that we get with 4.1, like job changes, 24-man raid, housing maybe. I something like along the lines.
Oh, you mean like a mini game type thing, or like Palace of the Dead kind of stuff, like side content, I suppose?
Yeah, like a side content of some sort, but not freaking mini games.
Yeah.
Not
Well, I couldn't think of a word for it. Side content, I suppose.
not anything to do with gold saucer. Nothing to do with that. But
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I guess something along the lines of Diadem,
Oh,
but
but not Diadem. But not Diadem.
but not Diadem. Just something. Palace of the Dead wasn't too bad. It had a story. It was the ending I found was like, oh man, we're revisiting this again. When I first finally finished it, because I didn't really try to finish it. So something with a story, I think, is something that I would like to have.
Oh, what's that? What's that? Hildebrand quest?
Oh man,
Is that what you're looking for?
I actually haven't done any of the Heavensward Hildebrand quests, so
Me either.
yeah.
Actually,
And
so we
I think
should
there
do-
was another side quest that sort of acted like a Hildebrand. It's a longer side quest in Heavensward. But I didn't never finish that one either, so
Yeah.
I'm not too. I'm not in so much into that, but more of like something along the lines of Diadem, where you can bring a party. It could be instance based, I don't care, or another maybe a 6-man dungeon.
Do
I
you
think that would be
remember
pretty cool. The 6-man dungeon.
Do you remember? I think it was last Halloween or something. They had that thing.
Oh
that
yeah,
quest where you go into
yeah.
the instance, and it was like
Yeah.
it was Hawk Manor, I think, but it was
Yeah,
like
so it's Hulk
with the monsters and
Manor,
stuff.
but you have to look for whatever.
What was the candy or something? Some
Cool.
shit like
Was
that.
it a Halloween cookie?
Yeah, I think it was Cookie. That's right.
Yeah.
Something like that would be cool. But
Yeah, I actually want a 6-man dungeon or
Yeah,
a
that would be
8-man dungeon, like an actual dungeon that it will run, not just here's the boss.
Oh, you mean like story things and
Yeah, it's sort of gonna like a 4-man dungeon. You have 3 bosses, but this one's an 8 one, so you have 3 other bosses
Yeah.
with better mechanics, just something along the lines like that. Yeah, Square
6-man
Enix,
would
do
be
it.
interesting.
Do it. I'm sure a lot of people would like a 8-man dungeon, or maybe even a 6. So
Yeah.
that's my final hope for 4.1, but that's unrealistic. They never
Well, all of
mention
this is-
anything.
All of this is pretty unrealistic because you know Square Enix, don't we?
Yeah.
They're content with doing the same thing.
So our last topic actually is the possible next job. A lot of people have been talking about, of course, the Blue Mage. I don't think I've ever seen it mentioned in the game, lore-wise. And the
Yeah, I don't
other
think it has.
one is Geomancer has been mentioned.
I would like Geomancer.
Yeah, Geomancer apparently has been mentioned in the Astrologian job quest.
Oh, the 6071.
I think so.
Okay, because I haven't done that yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, apparently it has been mentioned along the Astrologian job quest. So, a lot of people have been talking about what they want for the next job. Geomancer is nice, but that will be another healer, I believe anyway. Could be
Well,
DPS with poison dots and stuff like that, but that's if they're gonna do that, they're gonna have to rework Summoner.
I would just like it to be a DPS. I don't want, I don't want another healer that does, Earth magic and stuff. I want a DPS that does Earth magic. Damn it!
I think
Because I
we
want
got
to
a
use
lot
Earth
of
magic.
DPS though. We've got quite a lot of DPS at the moment. But I feel
Yeah,
if
but none
it
of them use Earth magic. Well, I mean, you got Doton for a ninja, but like, I want Earth magic. Damn it!
I just think if they're gonna add Geomancer, I think they will add. We'll have to change Summoner in some ways because I feel Geomancer has Earth magic and potions, pots, and stuff like that, right?
I can't remember. Wasn't that like a sage? They used a mix, but I guess they're kind of the same thing. So yeah.
Yeah, somewhere along the lines, it's heavily magic influence anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't mind it being DPS as well. Blue Mage, man, I don't even know where to begin with Blue Mage. Some people
I don't
say
even know how
tank.
that would function in this game.
Yeah, some people
Really.
say tank. Some people say whatever. DPS. But
I could see it being a DPS, but it would be pretty boring to just have it as another DPS, I guess.
I can sort of see how they can integrate the skill, like when you do your job quests. Like,
Yeah. You gotta
okay, you
observe
need
them.
to find this monster, and then you need to learn what sort of skill it does in order for you to beat it. You know,
Yeah.
and that's where you pretty much will learn that skill, which can be, yeah, it can be tank, because you need to be able to take the hit and something like that along the lines,
Yeah.
um, or something to counter that skill or something along that line. So, you know, it's up in the air with that one.
Hmm. I
Any
don't
other
know though.
jobs? You're
Um. Hmm. Not really. I've heard people mention there was some sort of Japanese priest. I don't know what they're called.
like maiden, a Shinto maid, shrine maiden, or something like that.
I think they're called a Shinto or something like that. Yeah. I think there's a, like a couple of them in Fates in Yangsha.
Mm-hmm.
They're those weird Japanese priest things. But
Uh,
I feel like that would just be too similar to White Mage, but
yeah, yeah.
you
They
never know.
can. I think they use like talismans, don't they? Yeah,
I
I'm
think
pretty
so, yeah.
sure. Like going through anime in my head, like they have talismans.
Yeah, it was something like that. But still, it seems like it would be a bit too similar to White Mage.
Yeah, I mean, honestly speaking, they're all pretty much the same with a little bit of tweak or something.
Yeah.
But I think rather than being identical to White Mage, it'll be identical to Astrologian with the card system.
Hmm.
It'll be a talisman system.
Yeah.
Alright, I need to shuffle my talisman now. Let's see what I get. Or like, oh, I need to draw, but I'm under stress, so it's gonna be random what it's gonna be turn out to be.
I don't know how to pick my own talisman. I'll just reach into my pocket and grab something at random.
Oh, yeah, I think that'd be a pretty cool job to play actually. Even though we're making fun of it, I feel like
Yeah.
I want to play it. Uh, but yeah,
Hmm.
in terms
Depends what their
of
focus would be.
yeah, in terms of other classes for me, no, I did think of something, uh,
Yeah.
somewhere in tactics, but I can't remember what it was. Because mainly all the job system here is something that they have picked from
I'll tell you what I want.
tactics.
I'll tell you what I want.
Yeah.
All right, I want Banger as a race. I want it. Give me it.
Well, we're going to Evilis, so that might not be, far-fetched.
I know. I want it back. Give him. Or a new Mao as well. I'll take new Mao too.
If we're going to Evilis, Banger, it's probably gonna be there, right?
I hope so. If they don't, then they're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I remember now. Time Mage. I would like to have a Time Mage. It'll be along the lines of a ranged DPS like Bard with utility.
Huh.
I know Yoshi P said something about haste will be too OP, but that's basically using the arrow card, right?
Yeah.
So, Time Mage, bring it. And instead of arrows, it'll be shooting, like auto attacking with magic or something like that.
Aren't Astrologian pretty similar to a Time Mage though? They're like a mix, aren't they? Because they're like they've got gravity. They have extended dilation or whatever it's called.
Oh, that's right. Astrology.
Time dilation. Yeah, they're kind of a hybrid of Time Mage and like whatever their new class was supposed to be, a gypsy, I guess. Well, that's what Astrologian is, isn't it? A gypsy.
Oh.
A time gypsy.
Yeah, but somewhere along the lines, I want to get haste, slow, I guess disease is one of the other ones that.
But we've got Summoner with
Summoner with that.
With the two dots now.
Or something like a buff that gives you like 2 GCDs without cooldowns or something. That'd be pretty OP. But oh yeah, just give you this.
Like a dual cast, but like
but cast. It's like giving someone dual cast basically.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess that's it for this episode of Adventurers Chat Log.
Bring back Banger.
Yeah.
Bring back Banger.
These are our hopes for 4.1. Banger would probably be in the next expansion, let's hope.
Well, it has to be in the next patch. Has to be.
Please remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it interesting at all. As always, I'd like to hear from you guys what you think of, I guess, 4.1 in general and what your expectations are. And you can always follow me on Twitter at Monchkinz Gaming, also on Facebook at Monchkinz Gaming. This is Monchkinz and Deli logging off, and we'll see you guys in the next level.
Bye.